You freaking cosmonauts! I am your captain of the cosmos, Cosmic Brian, and you have landed perhaps in the most spaced out corner of the vinyl community and YouTube. And I gotta tell you, I'm pretty proud to say that, actually, being the galactic being that I am here in the vinyl community. Jesus, what the hell am I talking about? Welcome aboard anyway, man. Another weekend. We freaking made it, man. Yes. The freaking weekly grind is over and out, and you guys are settling in to a little cosmic vinyl and maybe a little cold brew if you're down. Check this out. Got my classic DC Comics koozie there. Man, I'm a collector of all things. I'm a collector by nature, man, and just so happens beer koozies happen to be on that list. You guys ready for Big Chug? Oh, you want to see this real quick? This is what we were listening to, a little Strider. I believe I was gifted this by the Vinyl Cheapskate, Clifford. Cliff's a great guy. Check his channel out, man, for sure. But I'm ready to drink this beer, man. Let's get this going. Are you guys thirsty? Man, I am. Thirsty for some friggin' swill. Let's do it. Down the hat. Oh, look at a little bubbly there on top. Let's do it.
Oh, yes, my good friend, of course.
All right. So you guys are in for a pretty cool video this evening. I'm going to be showing some early 70s, some hard rock stuff, late 60s pop psych stuff, some post-psych 70s, maybe throwing a little weirdo, something a little weird in there for you too. As you know, if you've tuned into the channel over the last couple vids, been kind of moving in back into a little heavy metal from the 80s stuff, 80s hair metal, which I'm going to continue to show. But I had a little hankering this week for some classic rock stuff. But anyway, let's get on with it, man. Check it out. I got my hippie radio t-shirt. 105.9 The Beach out of Fort Dodge, Iowa. Back in my hometown, we had a hippie radio station. Love that classic rock. Yes, I do. All right, let's stop rambling on and on. You guys want to see some vinyl? You did come to see some vinyl, right? After all, this is a vinyl community channel, right? Okay, let's do it. So this first record is one that I've been after for quite a while. I think I passed on it a couple of times in the store. Finally got a really great price on it. Decided to pull the trigger on it. But that's BROTH. Check that out. Look at that friggin' cover. Isn't that great? This was released in 1970 on Mercury Records. This is like the band that comes to mind for me is War. And I mean, here's why. I mean, look how many guys are in the band there. And they also have that kind of funky funk rock sound, kind of a Latin jazz rock sound to it as well. Also some hard rock moments, maybe a twinge of psychedelia, just a dash of psychedelic rock. I don't know where these guys are from for sure, but I'm going to guess maybe out of New York City. I mean, I get this New York City like vibe off the back cover there. Maybe they're in some barrio in New York City. But yeah, this is great stuff, man. If you like bands like War, I can't think of any other bands to compare them to. But yeah, this band has no less than 3 guitarists, so you've definitely got a great guitar sound. Very danceable rock. I mean, this is just a fun record. I mean, look at the cover. How can it not be fun? But let me show you a little bit more here. Comes on this great old school Mercury label there, that red label. It's pretty cool. Going back to the front cover, this guy right here, even though this is like an illustration, this cat right here is on a scale of 1 to 10 on the Afrometer. This guy gets about a 12. I mean, check that out. That's awesome. Full boat there for sure. And check out their tour bus right there. It's even got the band name BROTH on it. But yeah, just a fun record. Here's a picture of all the guys in the band. I mean, think about it. How you guys gonna make any money when you gotta split it between like 12 guys? And then they got pictures of them as little kids and babies there. But yeah, this is a great album if you like stuff like War. If you're into more heavy stuff and psychedelic trippy stuff, you're not gonna get much of that on here. But yeah, what about the band name? I mean, I never even heard of these guys prior to seeing somebody show it on a video. And I streamed a little bit of it so I could give it a little pre-purchase listen. And I kind of dug what I saw. But listen to the name Broth. No wonder they didn't break through. I mean, here, picture this. So the guys are all sitting around, right? And they're trying to come up with a band name. And one of the guys just slams his hand on the table. I've got it. I have got it. How about Broth? And then just like it is now, it's quiet, right? And then they all jump up. Yes, Broth. That's a great name, man. That's killer. I'm gonna guess that's probably not the way it went down, but man, at least why not at least elaborate on the word broth? Maybe call it like frog broth, or maybe acid broth, or hot soup, or why not bouillon cube or something? I mean, come on. Yeah, pretty fun, laid back, good beer drinking, smoky, relaxing kind of hangout, fun dance music stuff, man. Then go with Broth. Jesus. Now, I told you I was going to show something kind of fun and kind of quirky. Okay, that's fun, but this is fun and quirky. And this cover has a little bit of repair work on it. But this is Lothar and the Hand People, presenting Lothar and the Hand People. Look at that creeped out cover. It's all like these brushed painting pictures of the guys in the band. But if you look close, it's their real eyes. And that makes it just kind of creepy. This cat right here, on Easter, I posted this guy's picture because he kind of looks like Jesus a little bit, man. But yeah, like I said, a little bit of repair work, probably some water damage to the cover, but I got it like super cheap, like $5. And I've been wanting to add this to the collection. Released in 1968 on Capitol Records. Check out this Capitol label too. It's the yellow Capitol label. It's kind of cool. And the wax is in really good shape, so no worries about the cover. I'm sure I'd like to have a better cover. I'll probably use this as a placeholder till I find a good copy, but this is quirky, fun, kind of psych band right here. Kind of a parody band. And I feel like the parody part of it is that they make a parody of their genre, their psych genre, and the stuff that was going on when this came out. Definitely kind of nerdy, like nerd rock, before there was ever such a thing as nerd rock. They use a lot of theremin. In fact, that picture on the back, there's a guy playing the theremin right there. And it's a heavy usage of the Moog synthesizer, which makes it even more like, it'd be the new wave of the 60s, like, the new wave of the 80s. This would be new wave, but for the 60s, kind of like that. Very, very cool cover of Manfred Mann's Machines. They break it down, make it kind of electronical. I mean, these guys were kind of ahead of their time a little bit, man. And one of the first bands to tour with a full Moog synthesizer setup. I dig it, man. And check this out. I remember this too. And Saturday Night Live had a skit called Lothar and the Hand People. It featured Mike Myers as like the lead character in the skit.
Much have I seen and much have I done. Join us, will you not? For I am Lothar of the Hill People.
I'm going to put a link to it in the description, and I may try and squeeze a little video clip of it. If I can get away with it, I'll squeeze it into the video. But yeah, Lothar and the Hand People. Now this next album, now you guys seen this at least 1 or 2 videos ago. I used it as my intro music. And this is just a fantastic record that I was after for a long time. I love this record. This is Third Man Army, and this is Third of a Lifetime. Released in 1971. Released on the Pegasus label. But this is a Kama Sutra release. I think the U.S. release was on Kama Sutra. But I love the Kama Sutra label there with the Adam and Eve there. Love that, kind of cool. I like the pink Kama Sutra label as well. I think there's a yellow label for that label as well. Very cool bluesy, psyche, hard rock stuff here. Very guitar-driven rock and roll. Featuring the Gurvitz brothers, Adrian and Paul Gurvitz. How these guys haven't got more recognition than they have is beyond me. I mean, they're great players. Adrian Gurvitz rips on guitar, man. Such a great player. And his chops are featured quite heavily on this album. But yeah, before Three Man Army, they were Gun. You remember the band Gun? That was great too. And then they moved on from this to be with Cream's Ginger Baker, Gurvitz Baker Army. Killer stuff. These guys should be like in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame at least for like songwriting, and I think they did some other stuff beyond that as well. Buddy Miles plays drums on one of my favorite tracks on here, the opening track, Butter Queen. Whoo, it's a smoker. Love it. But yeah, Three Man Army, great stuff. Love it. Check that out if you like good early 70s hard rock stuff. Now this next album I've seen some people show recently, and another one that I thought I'd never find. Obviously this is a reissue, but I kind of got the extendo bonuso version of this album. But this is The End Introspection, released in 1969. I think it was originally on Decca Records. This is the Demon Records release reissue here. But the thing about this is a double album, because if you flip it, you get The End Retrospection. So you've got The End Introspection, then you've got The End Retrospection. Double album here. And I'll explain what's on that second LP. But this is just some absolutely stunning collection of sophisticated UK pop psych. And I love this, man. And I'm going to have to show you, because this is a great package. First, I'll show you the gatefold there. So there's the part that's the introspection. Then you got to flip it over because it's upside down. But there you go. You got some great liner notes here. But check out these great inner sleeves. You got some great pictures of the band. They were some sharp dressed fellas there, man. Some dandy dressers, man. I love that. If you got fur, you got stripes. There's a picture of the band and kind of some early years stuff, some flyer stuff, and then you've got some more on the back here, a little getting back to nature pics there. Little story about how they got started, which they were a band called the Tuxedos, and then they became the Innocents, who actually opened for the Stones on a couple tours. And that's where they met Bill Wyman, the bassist for the Stones, who took a shine to the fellas from the Innocents and said, hey, you know, I'd like to work with you guys at some point. And by the time they decided that they were going to be able to work with Bill Wyman, they were called The End. By that time, they changed their name. And Bill Wyman produced the album Introspection, which is did a great job because it sounds absolutely amazing. Here's some the inner sleeve for the Retrospection. Again, check out the great look, man. Great image. Another great picture there. Some more flyers and a 45 label there. Great stuff, man. But yeah, these guys are kind of zombie-esque with these amazing stunning, if you will, vocal harmonies, kind of like the Zombies. I hear a little bit of early Pink Floyd, like Piper at the Gates of Dawn. You're a Pink Floyd. You've got some dreamy tunes similar to like the album Tomorrow or Pretty Things, SF Sorrow. A lot of that kind of vibe to it. Why not? Let's throw some more, like the Byrds, Left Bank, Beatles, a little bit of everything in there. In fact, I think these guys made some appearances with the Beatles as well. So there's some goofy like vocal dialogue between some of the songs that I could probably do without. But yeah, just a great listen, man. Very catchy. I mean, I found it to be intoxicating. Of course, I was already somewhat intoxicated, so after listening to it, I was more intoxicated, right? Jesus. But I don't understand why they weren't bigger. And these guys went on to be more of a kind of a southern vibe hard rock band called Tucky Buzzard. But man, I think if they'd have kept with this, they might even have been bigger than that, man. But yeah, great stuff. Happy to have that. The End, Introspection, Retrospection. Oh, the second album, Retrospection. It's some of the songs that didn't make the cut on the Introspection album. You've also got some remixes of some of the songs that did. You've also got a few cover songs like Los Bravos, Black is Black, and some great stuff. Oh, Morning Dew. They cover Morning Dew. But yeah, very cool. Great, lot of bang for your buck with that one. Now for the headliner. Oh my God, the Perch and I have been trying to lay hands on this album for so long. We actually ordered it once online and it just never showed. It never showed. And we went back, checked the tracking only to find out the order had been canceled. But we found it for a great price for a reissue. And that's the Flower Traveling Band, SATORI. Oh my God, I am so happy to be holding this in my very little mitts right here. Released in 1971. I think in Japan it was on the Atlantic Records. And here and in Canada it was GRT Records. But man, finally an affordable reissue. And check this out. It came with this great poster. God, this was a great surprise to find in there. I'll kind of have to move it up a little bit, but check that out. How cool is that? I love it. It's so colorful. But yeah, so amazing. And then check out the vinyl. It's very colorful black. I just love it. But yeah, this is crazy, and I can remember every song name on the album because they all have the same name. It's Satori 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But yeah, prior to this album, Flower Traveling Band was basically a Japanese cover band, hard rock band that did like Western blues rock covers. But then they were kind of discovered by the Canadian band Lighthouse, who told them, man, you guys should come to Canada, man. Come with us to Canada. And so these guys were kind of looking to get outside the borders of Japan where they were located, but they wanted to come with an album under their belt. So they wrote the stuff for Satori, all original stuff, and they went to Canada, and they actually had a hit song off of this that went to like number 8 on the charts in Canada. So now they're this international rock band, right? I got something in my eye. Anyway, this is just like right out of the gate is banging. The first song kind of comes out, it kind of lulls you into like an easy kind of vibe. You get this like whistling kind of like wind thing, and you get like the drummer tinkling on his cymbals a little bit, and then it happens, man. This friggin' scream like a banshee from hell. This primal scream of the vocalist Joe Yanamaka, and it just grabs you by the fucking short hairs and doesn't let go, man. And right after the scream comes this skullduggery of doomy Sabbath-like rock and roll, man. It's so great. And then the second song comes, it's got kind of slows down a little bit, but it's got this really meditative kind of like mantra type feel to it, like very tribal, Eastern tribal kind of sound. And then it's right back to this heavy duty doom rock and roll. But man, it's a very cool mix of like the Eastern sound with the heaviness of like a Black Sabbath or a Blue Cheer. But yeah, what a great record. This is probably one of the coolest early hard rock, post-psych, proto metal albums I've heard in a long time, man. I friggin' love this. I'm so happy to have it, man. That's our headliner for the evening. So yeah, if you guys dig what you see here, man, hit that subscribe button. Join the cosmic team, man. Be part of this otherworldly vision that we have for taking YouTube one step beyond. Jesus. But yeah, and if you don't want to miss anything that we put together, that we post, man, hit that friggin' notification bell, man. We'll make sure that YouTube lets you know about it. Yeah, we've got like a lot of pull with YouTube. Yeah, right. And also, man, if you dig it, if you like what you see, man, if you like us, hit the thumbs up, man. We'd appreciate that. We like being liked, people. But anyway, man, the next video is going to be great, man. So stay tuned. Going back into some more stuff from the metal collection, the 80s metal stuff. So you guys that are headbangers out there, man, definitely come back because it'll be a grand illusion. All right, yeah, stay cool, stay cosmic. It's only rock and roll, but we love it. I know it's only rock and roll, but I love it, I like it, yes I do. All right, you guys, see you in the next video. Now get on out of here. Peace.